So MC was saying we're gonna put him under house arrest. We put him under house arrest when he's in the colonel outfit. We take him to a basement. There's a chair there. We plop his ass in the chair. And we tie him up kind of like Raphael did in Tipsy Invitation. Just hear me out. I'm scared. He's going to get me cancelled. He got me in trouble in the preview, peeps. I'm so excited for your reaction. I'm scared. You guys know me. I am unfortunately a mischievous little bean, and my Moo player is being incredibly so. What is taking up all my RAM? I think I've heard Caleb is the tamest one. Then why is he the one who got the preview taken down off YouTube? Okay, that is bad. Why is my CPU on 100%? Hold on a minute, peace. We got bigger problems to worry about. 1 minute. Time to get into the frisky. Can't wait to get demonetized yet again. If I can make it through this bloody banner, I can make it through anything. Oh, he's in this outfit. Okay. We've been planning this vacation for days, but Caleb's duties as a colonel kept pushing things back. Fucking abandon the fleet, Caleb! Let's run away! Then several hours after we took off...
Warning. Strong magnetic field interference detected. Switch into manual flight mode.
Alarms blare throughout the cabin. Lights flicker wildly across the dashboard and everything around me trembles. After quickly glancing at me, Caleb's fingers race across the control panel, but the warning lights keep flashing.
Buckle up.
Why? I'm okay, don't worry about me. The aircraft lurches and I reach over to buckle Caleb's seatbelt as he pilots.
Warning. Warning. Magnetic field interferences have increased. The inertial reference system has failed to calibrate. Initiating emergency landing sequence.
Listening to the system's warning, Caleb pulls his hands away from the controls.
Are you scared?
Yes, because I have a fear of planes. A little. To be honest, yeah, a little. Touch his hand. Oh. Oh, always so cute, this man.
How little is a little? Your hands are freezing.
Yeah, I'm freezing because I'm thinking about you in the colonel outfit. I need you to warm me up. Problems with aircraft again. This is suspicious. Yes. Even now he teases me, but Caleb still holds my hand. You didn't let me finish. I'm scared, but with a talented colonel by my side holding my hand, it'd be a bit better if I had the uniform to go with this, but never mind. Intense weightlessness slams into us as the aircraft groans loudly.
Warning. Initiating emergency landing countdown.
We don't have any intel on the ground. I'm gonna need your help.
Why me?
When the countdown reaches 1.
I nod, understanding what he wants to do. I know, we'll resonate.
So long as the timing's good, we'll have a smooth landing.
Of course. And if we miss it?
We'll land in bits and pieces. Some over here, and a few over there.
Yeah, just a casual Tuesday, you know. Caleb, we're on vacation. Save the morbid jokes for later.
Okay, the funny business will be put on hold. I'm gonna start the countdown. 10, 9, 8.
I know we give Caleb's VA shit about the kissing sounds, but genuinely his actual VA is really good. The aircraft falls like a stone as he counts. My vision dissolves into blurry chaos. Despite the cabin's deafening rattling, Caleb's voice rings out crystal clear. Time seems to stretch and slow down. The seconds tick to the rhythm of his countdown.
3, 2, 1.
Our class hands become an epicenter as our evols merge. I can't read that fast, Infold! God's sake! Power bursts and shakes the aircraft to its core. In the chaos, I sense a familiar evol envelop me. It pushes me back against our descent's weightlessness. We do love a Colonel Caleb. Caleb! What happened to my voice then? Our plunge comes to a stop. The aircraft is steadied as if an invisible force caught it. Then it floats downward like a falling leaf. As my racing heart settles down, I open my eyes and glance at Caleb. Caleb, we
We did it. Our flawless cooperation gets an A+.
Why an A+? Why not an A-star, you prick? Why was there no star there? The hatch swings open and Caleb and I climb out of the aircraft. Do you know what? Talking about the kissing, actually, I heard / read a comment somewhere which kind of really like made me feel like nice and soft. They were saying that it's possible that Caleb's VA might be doing the popcorn sounds, not just because obviously he may not have purposely, or they may have not had previous roles similar to that, but also the fact that Caleb may have not had a romantic relationship with another person before, so he's kind of learning with MC, and that's why his kissing is progressively getting better over time, which is like, that's such a cute way to look at it. So I kind of want to keep looking at it like that going forward, because that's actually such a cute idea. Now that everything has calmed down, I take in the scenery. Thick, tangled vines and plants I couldn't name, even if I tried, are visible as far as the eye can see. Amid overwhelming vegetation, we see a street that nature has reclaimed. I don't recognize this place. At first glance, it seems like something that only exists in stories. Oh, he is so relaxed, bless him. There are so many plants. I don't think anyone has been here in a long time.
If we look at our last coordinates, this should be one of Skyhaven's guard stations.
Those are supposed to have cutting-edge technology. I've never seen one that's like a jungle. With his left hand, Caleb brushes aside the hair from my forehead. His concerned gaze sweeps over me.
Forget about that. How are you feeling? That resonance took a lot out of you.
That's not the only thing that took a lot out of me, if you know what's been going on the streams these last 2 days. I shake my head before squeezing his hand. His palm's warmth puts me at ease. I'm fine. After all, a talented colonel just protected me in every way possible. What about you?
Come on. This isn't our first rodeo. You know I'm fine, right?
I love him. He tilts his chin towards the aircraft's cabin.
Since we're in one piece, we can discuss the real problem here.
What's the
The
problem?
magnetic field's a mess, and we can't get any cell service. We landed, but the aircraft's systems are damaged.
Okay. I recall the control panel. There weren't any blinking lights on it when we stepped out. So you're saying we're stranded?
Pretty much. Well, until we get the communication device back online. But you still have Caleb to call.
Oh, God. God forbid I have to call someone who's not Caleb. God forbid. Let me just call my sugar daddy. Silas, can you send me some parts? Get Mephisto to just bring over like a whole aircraft chute. Can you imagine just Mephisto trying to carry an airfly engine to MC in the middle of nowhere? Caleb! 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 I playfully punch his shoulder. Meanwhile, my voice echoes, which highlights just how empty this place is.
I'm here.
But if the fleet can't contact you, won't they try to find us? Caleb softly coughs. With a weary expression, he shakes his head.
I fought tooth and nail for this vacation. And before we took off, I set my travel plans to the highest level of confidentiality.
Well, I bear some responsibility too. I was worried about interruptions, but this time we definitely won't be getting any time of those. He only did this because he wanted us to have to give us a vacation that was truly ours. Oh.
Ruminating is pointless. Let's head to the highest vantage point first and see what we can do.
Being stranded with Caleb is a problem, Hal. He takes my hand and points it at what looks like a watchtower. It's barely within my line of sight. Silas, we need your black card, please. Please help, your kitten is stuck. Rampant vegetation has swallowed the abandoned roads. They've been transformed into a sprawling maze where losing your way would be too easy. Even so, Caleb and I reached the watchtower's ground floor without a hitch. We still haven't met a single person, though. And calling this place a watchtower isn't exactly right. The leftover equipment makes it feel more like a laboratory. Caleb discovers a tablet on one of the desks. It's caked in dust. He wipes the screen and presses the power button. The screen flickers a few times before it actually comes to life.
Green Root Experiment Floating Island. Safety Equipment Inspection Log.
That explains the plants. Do you think this plate was a botanical research facility?
Maybe. Before Skyhaven was officially created, there were a few experimental islands.
Silas and Caleb confrontation over MC quietly munches popcorn and watches. Could you imagine? Actually, that's a good question. Who would win in a fight, Silas or Caleb? Oh, I don't actually know.
As far as I'm aware, they were shut down for one reason or another. I guess this place was included.
I'm just saying, if Silas or Zane does not get an update in the next big main story update, I'm going to fucking riot. I need to know what happened to Zane, and I need more Silas content. I also would like some Caleb for the Caleb Gerties, because we need more Colonel Caleb in our lives. He tries to lift the tablet, but when his finger touches the corner, the screen cracks. Why did you use so much strength?
The material has just gotten brittle with age.
He's so rough-handed. God forbid he's rough-handed. He puts the broken tablet to the side.
Since this was an experimental island, the equipment here must have been advanced. Maybe we can scrounge up some parts to fix our communication device.
Huh? We both turn toward the source of the noise. Near the upper part of a staircase falling, a rotund silhouette darts out of sight. What was that?
You know how it is in those stories with treasure hunts. A mysterious stranger always has the best intel. Do you want to go after them?
I bet you now it's going to be like an animal or something. As I hesitate, Caleb lowers his head and moves closer. An infuriatingly smug smile tugs at his lips.
You're not scared, right?
Oh, shut up. I mean, I'm just erring on the side of caution. If you're too scared to go by yourself, then I'll tag along. I sound tough, but my hand quietly seeks out Caleb's. He catches it and intertwines his fingers with mine.
You've grown so much. Now I'm the one being protected.
Hand in hand, we move toward the top of the watchtower. He brushes aside the plants. That block the staircase. Plants have taken over the top of the watchtower too. The wind howls through the room's shattered floor-to-ceiling windows.
We know you're there. Come out.
A round metal head pops out from behind a clump of foliage. Its LCD screen eyes curiously blink at us. You're a cute robot. You remind me of a barrel. A barrel.
Human, you're being impolite. I have a name. Call me Octode.
We're actually talking to a robot. Okay.
I was matching your pace earlier. I have been waiting for quite some time before you arrived.
Caleb, did Octode just insult us?
Yep.
Human, you're being impolite. I'm speaking to you, so you should maintain eye contact with me. Don't look at him.
Don't look at him, Jesus!
Allow me to apologize for her. That being said...
A subtle coldness creeps into Caleb's expression.
You mentioned something about waiting. Were you watching us as soon as our aircraft landed?
When you landed, my sensors detected a massive energy fluctuation.
That'd be the resonance.
And from this spot, I can see very distant objects.
Caleb's expression slightly relaxes. We were on vacation and crash landed here by accident. Can you tell us where we are? And we need a signal calibrator to call for help. Would you happen to know where we could find one? Octode's face is expressionless, but it places its mechanical hands on its hips. Its pride is palpable.
A long time ago, this place was the 9th Botanical Research Institute. Many botanists worked here. They grew plants in hopes of creating a self-sustaining ecosystem.
Well, did they survive?
Then everyone left. I was the only one who stayed behind.
His eyes on his LCD screen slowly blink. Like a forlorn child, Octoday droops his head. But it bounces back almost immediately.
I know where I can find a signal calibrator. However, overgrown plants cover the entire path and it's far away from here. Only I can retrieve it.
Also, guys, I got science-inspired nails. So, yeah. Proving my main from day one.
But in return,
I forgot to say on last stream.
gather soil for me? I need some from near the hot springs.
Okay, so this is where the hot springs are going to come into this. Alright. Hot springs is in... I nudge Caleb with my elbow and lean in to whisper. Caleb, there are hot springs here.
We might not reach our original destination, but at least those hot spring outfits won't go to waste. Where exactly are these hot springs, Octoday?
It's been too long, so I can only remember the general vicinity. It's over there. You'll have to search it for yourselves.
Octoday's treads whirl as it rolls to the floor-to-ceiling window and points with its arm. We can help you, but why do you need soil from there specifically?
My plant requires nutrient-rich soil. Unfortunately, the ground is too soft. My legs won't get me far.
It gestures to its treads before moving aside wind-blown debris to uncover a spotless corner. Nestled there is a large flower pot. It's been carefully protected, yet the plant itself is thin. Its growth has seemingly stopped.
My master, Dr. Sanford, gave me a seed before leaving, but it isn't thriving. Dr. Sanford said the plants near the hot springs flourish. The soil there is full of nutrients. Dr. Sanford also said it will be fluffy and lush one day. I want to watch it grow.
I want to watch Caleb grow too, so I understand.
Human, do you know what fluffy means?
Him. Because Caleb is basically a big fluffy puppy in this game, I swear. Well, my eyes drift to Caleb's head and he steps back.
What are you doing?
I don't. Caleb, you're a generous person. Can I borrow your fluffy hair to give Octoday a sneak preview of its dream?
The first step in asking for a favor is to... Actually, you know what to do, don't you?
Caleb, you're the best and I love you the most. So won't you help me, pretty please, with a cherry on top? Please? This is adorable. While saying those magic words, I sneakily pinch Caleb's waist in a spot that Octoday can't see.
Ow.
Worn down by my carrot and stick approach, Caleb surrenders. He crouches in front of Octoday and lets it pet his hair.
Huh. Yes. I remember this feeling.
Caleb's getting head pet by a fucking robot. He's just like, I want you to be the one head petting me.
It's the same as when I'm using solar energy to recharge.
That's one way to explain
I
it.
like it. Thank you. I almost forgot. This can help you locate the hot springs.
Seemingly remembering something, Octoday pulls out an old drone. But it looks worse for wear.
Now, I will locate the calibrator. We'll rendezvous here later.
Well, you might need to wait a bit because we're going to get occupied. Once Octoday is gone, Caleb and I have the top of the watchtower all to ourselves.
You just sacrificed me. Well, my hair.
I didn't have a choice. My heart couldn't bear doing such a thing.
Uh-huh, right. Try not to laugh so loudly next time.
How did you know? How did you know? In retaliation, Caleb hugs me and ruffles my hair. I squirm to free myself, but I still end up breathless in his grasp. Having tired ourselves out a bit, we collapse near the broken window. Caleb, do you think robots can actually feel something fluffy?
Probably. They might even be capable of dreaming. It depends on how they receive and process data, though, and how they interpret it. These factors can change things.
I look down and pull Caleb's right hand into my lap. I gently hold it. What's the difference between your left hand touching me versus your right hand?
My left hand feels your warmth and softness, and my right picks up all your vital signs.
My head is in the gutter again! Really? Tell me what I'm feeling then.
As in your mood? I don't need the help of a doohickey to figure that out. You're happy and relaxed.
He pulls his right hand back from my lap in one swift motion. Then he props himself up as he looks out. Dust creeps in and casts a chill over the steel ruins, but the plants sway like waves in the evening breeze. They give hints of life to this desolate floating island. Caleb, I know this place was abandoned, but it still feels like a wonderland to me.
We should thank our crash for leading us to a place that only belongs to us.
Unfamiliar birds fly home in pairs. They glide through the branches and browse, covered in flowers before vanishing into their nests. His gentle gaze rests on my face. I'm blushing too much, mate. I'm scared for what's about to come up because I know what Caleb's like. By the time we make it back to the aircraft from the watchtower, night has fallen. Caleb is still fixed in the drone. A whispering breeze passes the foliage and brings along night's cool, crisp scent. Once we find the hot springs, retrieve the soil, and get that signal calibrator, we should be able to leave. I lean back and watch Caleb tinker away when the communication device indicator light catches my attention. It pulsates as if it's breathing. I look at Caleb, but it doesn't seem like he noticed it. Oh, do we want to cut it or do we want... Cut it. I wait for an opportunity and swiftly cut off the signal. I barely have the time to exhale before I realize Caleb was watching me this whole time. He saw everything. I can explain. The signal light was acting up and flickering in a weird way, so I took care of it for you.
Of course. To be honest, I almost thought you didn't want to leave the island. Which is why you shut it off yourself.
No.
You've got a bit of guilt on you. Did I hit the nail on the head?
No. Caleb, I never got to finish what I was saying back at that watchtower.
You can say those words now.
Caleb sets his tools aside and leans in toward me. Even though the night air is cool, I can feel his body heat. I wish we could stay here for a while longer.
But the drone's almost ready to go.
Caleb, you meanie. You want to leave that badly?
It's been a long time since I saw you this riled up. You're cute when you're flustered and pouting.
Shut up! Caleb pokes the corner of my mouth. Ow! That hurt!
I used too much strength. I didn't mean to.
Oh.
Ouch. At least let me finish talking before you attack me.
Nah! I raised my arm again, so he takes my wrist with his left hand.
Once the drone's fixed and we give the soil to Octoday, we can use it to find some fun spots on the island. It's safe to say that fate wanted us to spend our vacation here.
What else?
And we're in our own little world of Till. I know you like it here. I do too.
He's such a tea. He literally is. Oh, I'm just doing a quick stretch because my body's hurting. Oh, God.
I don't want to leave either. I want our time together to last as long as possible. These moments will only have the two of us.
Oh. Ah, he's so cute. The sunrise's warm glow dyes the floating island's plants in gentle tones. Armed with some supplies from the aircraft, Caleb and I set out to follow the drone as it leads us to the hot springs. The drone's takeoff went well, but it's not long before I notice something's off. The way it flies is strange. Oh, he's in his other outfit now. Why are its movements erratic? Is the remote busted, or did your skills get too rusty?
It's fine. Give it a few seconds.
Caleb stays a few steps ahead. He's still focused on piloting the drone. My mind returns to the tablet he accidentally destroyed. How he pulled back his right hand when we were in the watchtower. And last night, he poked me a little too hard. Caleb, what happened to your right hand?
I guess there really is nothing I can hide from you.
Oh no. I catch up to Caleb and grab his backpack strap to make him stop. While my expression is serious, his is calm. Once he lands the drone and sets down the remote, I immediately inspect his right hand.
The sensors in my arm were probably damaged during the landing. So, I haven't had the best control over my grip these past few days. But I've adjusted to its current state. It's not a serious issue.
Hear me out. If he's holding us by the hips, and he can't control his grip properly, I'm just saying. His nonchalant attitude stings, but the fear in my heart is what's actually unsettling. It's the fear of what could have been. You made it sound like it's nothing. Just how many big problems have you dealt with to think this isn't serious? You shut yourself away when you had a fever just so I wouldn't find out. That's a reference back to Hidden Waves. And now this. He's about to smooth my wind-blown hair with his right hand. But when his fingers touch me, he switches to his left hand.
I wasn't trying to act tough in front of you.
Yes, Mim. Yeah. Just hear me out. Another breeze drifts in from afar and threads through his fingertips in my hair. It rustles the wild grass around us before soaring into the distance.
What I'm trying to say is, don't dwell on what's already happened. It'll only eat into our time together and leave us with something unpleasant.
Stop, Mims. My mind's going the wrong way. No, I will never stop. That is part of the package when you watch us here live on Twitch. I will give you all of the NSFW faults.
We finally have a vacation. We shouldn't let it slip away, yeah?
Caleb gives my hand a gentle tug, but I refuse to move.
All that training paid off. You've got good strength.
I'm mentally just as solid. No, I fucking ain't. So, Caleb, I don't want to find out about your hardships just as they're about to end. If you do this again, I'm putting you under house arrest until you learn how to be honest. Surprise, Caleb blinks before he laughs. Then he nuzzles his cheek against mine.
Do you really think that's a punishment for me?
He's not helping the situation. I mean, okay. So I'm just going to briefly explain where my head went for that, right? I'm sorry if this puts this image in anyone's head. Actually, I'm not sorry. So MC was saying we're going to put him under house arrest. We put him under house arrest when he's in the Colonel outfit. We take him to a basement. There's a chair there. We plop his ass in the chair. And we tie him up kind of like Raphael did in Tipsy Invitation. Just hear me out. Listen. Okay, my mind does. I've said this before. This is why I've never underestimated my dirty ass mind.
I assumed the stuff related to this arm didn't need to be brought up if it made you uncomfortable.
If you think that it's a sensitive topic for me, then that's all the more reason for you to mention it. That's how I get past it.
In other words, you need to know about this part of me.
Of course I do. He lifts his right arm toward me. I don't hesitate and hold his fingers. Yeah, that's what I want from you. Before, you said that even if it's pain, as long as it's from me, you want it. But that's a reference back to Painful Signal. I feel the same way. I intertwine my fingers with his metal ones, and then I meet his gaze. Caleb, if it's a part of your body now, then I won't shy away from it anymore.
All right.
Oh. His gaze remains steady under his eyelashes, yet there are hints of regret. Any words of reproach die on my lips. Oh, now that is where my mind was going, a punishment for our Colonel Caleb. Caleb, Our breasts mingle as Caleb leans down. His right hand gently holds the back of my head with a measured precision as I'm eased toward him. His feather-like kiss is softer than clouds, and the hand behind my head slides down to rest against my back. Just as Caleb moves to deepen the kiss, I push him back. Why? MC! It's your punishment for keeping secrets. Every card now I've been caught blocked. Please! I am begging, stop it! I'm still not over it, so you'll have to make do with that for now. I whack my finger at him before gesturing to the forest ahead of us. The drone has detected the hot springs there. As much as I want to enjoy this island with you and savor every moment, I can't ignore the current issue with your arm. The faster we fix the communication device, the faster we can return to Skyhaven.
Of course. But, can you let me hold your hand for now? Please?
Oh! It's the way he asks! Fine, you idiot. Aww! We set off toward the hot springs again. When we pass a shattered window hidden beneath layers of green leaves, I see Caleb brushing his fingers against the upturned corner of his mouth. He liked it. The faint scent of sulfur and murmurs from a body of water are closer than before. But suddenly we're caught in the rain and we find ourselves completely drenched. That's not the only thing that's going to be drenched by the end of today. Where did this rainfall come from? It's raining cats and dogs. Oh, we're lucky we found this cabin.
It's letting in a little bit of water, but it's better than standing in the rain.
Inside the rundown cabin, I peeled off my soaked jacket and see him wince as he tries to bend his right arm. Caleb, does your arm feel off again? He shakes his head. His gaze drifts over me and notices how I'm shivering ever so slightly.
We should light a fire in the fireplace.
Oh boy. I'm content just being here now for a minute or two. I'm perfectly content. Whew! I forgot how jacked Caleb is. The cabin still holds traces of everyday life, and it doesn't take long for Caleb and me to scrounge up what we need. I might have to go get a snack after this. Flames crackle quietly in the ash-covered fireplace. Caleb and I settle down in the spot before oh my god, I can't fucking think. Caleb and I settle down in a spot before that's slightly drier. But neither of us meets the other's gaze.
I didn't think our hot spring outfits would be our only option for a change of clothes.
I'll take this over running around naked. I packed water and food in my bag before we left. And the 2 outfits we bought for the hot springs.
You can move a little closer if you're cold. And if you're not, you can still move.
Oh, hello there! Caleb is trying to push Rafi out of my 3rd spot. Remind me, Snow, who's your 2nd spot? In his embrace, I feel Caleb's warmth seeping, English, into my back. It's soothing.
I'm still thinking about my arm. But I want you to read this with me first.
His right arm is wrapped around me. He uses his other hand to open a yellowed notebook he found near the fireplace. It's been 2 weeks since the transfer order came through. The last of us leave tomorrow. The soil by the hot springs behind the cabin has great research potential, but orders are orders. We must evacuate. Cut off from the ground, cities in the sky can't cultivate natural plant life. Even with massive energy investment, The conversion rate is too low for long-term self-sustainability. We've poured our heart and soul into this floating island and made significant progress. Some rules can't be fought, whether they're set by nature or humans. And yet, even now, a tiny hope still flickers inside me. That's why, before I go, I've planted seeds throughout the island soil. What if? I traced the Dr. S that's in the corner of the page. Then I closed the notebook. That was Dr. Sanford's journal. Resting against Caleb's chest once more, I tilt my head and look around the cabin. Rough branches and withered, pale walls are braced to hold the ceiling above us. It prevents it from collapsing. The botanists were so close to seeing the results of their hard work. They were right there, but it's a shame.
There were a lot of things they had to consider, too. The last step that breaks through boundaries is always the hardest.
The plants here did eventually grow. They wrapped themselves around the steel and shared this island. The implication behind his words isn't lost on me. Caleb holds me, his chin resting on my shoulder. He pulls me a little closer. I can't see his face from here.
They ascended past the rules everyone thought were absolute.
I place my hand on Caleb's right arm. If I want to help your arm recover, what should I do?
Helping me recover isn't the hard part. But there's something I want to tell you. This arm was made with the finest materials and technology of our era. Rain's not going to damage it.
Okay, that's good.
So, I'm saying Caleb isn't as delicate as you think he is.
Is that so? I sit up and turn to face him. I can see it in Caleb's expression. There's a solution. He's just thinking about whether or not to use it.
Even under the warmest, most lifelike synthetic skin, you'll still find cold, unyielding metal. You saw it before with all those cables. That was when it had a real mechanical appearance. But you haven't seen what's below the surface.
I want to see everything. I want to see you as you are right now. Caleb hesitates for a second, then he looks at me with an unguarded gaze.
And take it apart and reboot it.
Oh god. Sexy music coming in, fuck's sake. At Caleb's command, the mechanical arm's outer shell slides back to expose the dark-coloured chassis. Then the outer casting is peeled away. Delicate nanofibers wind around like sprox, like luminescent vines. They split into countless fine tendrils. But a red electrical current sporadically flashes. Together with the pulsating synthetic fluid, the beautiful illusion is shattered. Caleb. He gestures towards a tiny button that's nestled among the intricate parts.
The arm has a built-in emergency repair system. Press the switch, and it'll restart, run a diagnostic scan, and fix itself. Before I restart it, do you want to give it a pat or two?
Wouldn't that damage his interior or something?
As I've said before, it's tougher than you think.
Caleb takes my hand and presses my fingertips against a component that radiates a gentle warmth. As soon as I feel that part, his whole body is taut. I start to pull back, but he catches my hand and holds it. What's it like when I touch this?
It feels good.
Really? Then how does it feel when I touch another spot? He shifts my finger to a new spot.
This one aches in the same way your body hurts in the morning after pushing yourself too hard during training.
Give what a pat or two? I mean. Step by step, Caleb walks me through the process. He explains what each touch feels like to him and how he's figured out everything.
When I was cooped up in the hospital with nothing to do, I passed the time by poking the interior parts. Here's another secret. Each part makes a different sound when you tap it. I'll tap out a tune for you one day.
No, and that's not even funny. I don't think the tune would sound all that nice. Our fingers set off on an adventure through this steel jungle. They scale ridges and dip into valleys. At the end, our intertwined fingers glow with warmth. And then my finger stops before a small, unassuming part. You skipped over this. What is it?
Backup.
It's not a fucking backup, is it? Caleb responds like it's nothing important, but when he looks at that part again, there's an unmistakable tenderness. It's the same one he always has when he looks at me.
Alright then. You have seen every inch of Caleb.
Brain is officially locked in the gutter. I don't need help. This is so intimate and vulnerable. I love it so much. Yeah, this is literally Caleb being so vulnerable right now. This is like massive character development for him. He guides my fingertip to a small elevated button.
Here's the restart button. You did well with the aircraft countdown. So let's do it again.
Alright.
3, 2, 1.
Oh, I have to hold it. When the countdown hits 0, we press the button together. A faint hum rises as a soft light stirs within the mechanical arm. It slowly unfurls. Reminiscent of young, tender vines, it climbs with its quiet resolve and gently claims this cold steel. It brings it to life. As I run my fingers over it, they start to shake.
You're trembling. Is it because you're scared? Or are you cold?
No, it's not that. Caleb, I honestly don't know what it is. I can't explain it. Maybe I'm nervous, or maybe what I feel is closer to excitement. I can't tell. Caleb doesn't say anything else about it. Before my eyes, the dark-colored mechanical arm disappears as synthetic skin covers it once more. My fingers glide along the inside of his wrist, and I feel that familiar warmth. I also sense the pain of having found something I lost.
You're still shaking.
I wrap my arms around Caleb's neck and press up against him. Our foreheads touch. Caleb. Before another word can leave my mouth, he embraces me. His strength is so gentle that it takes my breath away.
Your cute little pout hasn't changed one bit. It's still the same as when we were kids.
Look, listen, okay, I may be a bit of a pouty-wouty, but... Oh, fuck, okay. Why is the music not stopped? Now his mechanical arm is fixed, the warm waters of a hot spring offer more comfort than the fireplace's flames could ever.
Your lips are dry. Do you want some water?
I don't have water, but I have tea, thank you. I'm gonna need water in a minute, I feel, though. Behind the cabin, a hidden stairway descends into an underground hot spring. Steam coils around the vines and trees near the pool. Leaves dangling from the grotto's ceiling quiver. Water droplets cling to the leaves and tremble. They're on the edge of falling in like a rising, quiet tension. It's restrained, yet understood by us. Caleb sets me down into a hammock that's floating in the hot spring. I slowly stop trembling. Yet something else slowly begins to stir. The warm fluttering rises in my body. God, kudos to Caleb's EA, like in one of the secret types where he whimpers. I am not healthy. Oh god, we got one of these. Oh. I thought we were done with it because Xavier didn't have one. Never mind. Ah! In the warm water, my body becomes soft like a vine that desperately seeks steel to cling to and entangle itself with. How come I can read these parts completely fine, but the second I have to listen to a voice line or read a voice line, I'm fucked. I don't understand it. Maybe I've been reading too much of No Lights Out. Fragile tendrils pry open that impenetrable metal to reveal the gentle heart hidden within. Caleb.
Isn't this what you've been wanting?
I mean, I have been asking for a spice banner, and Info definitely listened. Whew! Oh my god, I swear to god, if I might have to keep this part out as well. Jesus! Just because you can't You know, you can't see anything, but you can certainly hear it. Whew.
Can you let me hear it? Please.
Oh, don't make me fucking read it out. He leans in. His voice is soft, as if he's addressing a flower bud he brought into this world, his world of steel. It's a vine that's grown and become intertwined with him. His hands move up my waist, yet the kisses pressed against my ribs are softer than any spoken words. Damn, Caleb is hungry. Yeah, certainly.
That it's Caleb you want.
I mean, I kind of want Sardis, but I do want Caleb too, so... Tell me that it's Caleb you want. Oh, God. Inch by inch, a soft warmth tenderly swallows cold steel. Excuse me? My gaze drifts. My vision blurs as water and light shift. All I can see is Caleb.
You want Caleb. And it will always be Caleb.
What did I just walk into? Yeah. I'll let chat explain that for you, Ray Ray. I want Caleb. And it always will be Caleb. On his tongue, his taste blends with soft, muffled whimpers. Unable to tell if we're drenched in sweat or water, I close my eyes. Maybe I'm feeling the tears that have been spilled from the depths of someone's heart. All I know is that even the coldest steel in this world can surrender willingly and let his vine, wrap around it.
Don't close your eyes. Look at me.
His voice is soft. It stands in stark contrast to what his body is doing. He slows down and uses the back of his hand to remove the water from my chest.
This is how it's always been. We've belonged to each other for a long time.
And y'all said that Caleb's was the tamest. Fucking liars. He belonged to each other we belong to each other on this empty island, in this hidden world that's only for Caleb and me. If there's one instinct driving everything on this island, its name must be love. I was gonna say lust, but yeah, love works too. Oh, fuck. The morning mist dissipates as dawn's first light touches the green sprouts poking through the crumbling architecture. Having gathered the soil from the hot springs, we return to Octo Day. We've kept our end of the deal. Well, we know Silas's was the spiciest. Yes. We turn to leave, but it calls out to us.
Can you take my plant with you?
Aww.
Bring it to a place where it belongs. Or give it to someone who can look after it.
You don't want to watch it grow up yourself?
I do. But I've actually been thinking about this for a significant amount of time.
The AI's getting conscious, guys. This is a problem.
We're different. It will have a better life if it leaves me and this place.
Sure.
We're besties.
You can give the plant
Oh my
to me.
God. Lilac, thank you for following. Surprised, I glance at Caleb.
What's wrong? Did you change your mind?
I'm sorry. There were several malfunctions. A strange program overwrote my memory. I couldn't make any decisions.
It wasn't a glitch. Those malfunctions were your feelings for the plant.
Caleb walks over to Octo Day and kneels to be at eye level with it.
Don't overthink. Your plant's tougher than you give it credit for. It can stay with you. Believe me, when you can watch it grow, it'll surprise you. And nothing else can compare. You'll treasure every moment you've shared with her. Then, you'll realize your lives have been entwined for a long time. Nothing can pull them apart.
course he had to be soft right at the end. It creases me every time I hear we're besties in the middle of a card moment. Honestly, I might just start streaming the cards permanently going forward because it always throws me off. And it's hilarious. Oh my god, that was adorable! Okay. Okay, right now we've played all of them. I think I can say with confidence, Solace was obviously my favourite for obvious reasons. All of them were so good. I don't actually know what was my favourite and which one was like my least favourite. I think they were all so good for this particular balance. Like, I know we pulled for the spice. Like, come on, we know that's what the real reason was. But leading up to it, there was lore, there was cuteness, there was soft moments. It's just so nice to see when we get like softy moments like that, and that was amazing. I really enjoyed this banner. Obviously, we do still have the event to play through, which, if I remember correctly, I think part 2 is out for it at the moment of recording this video, but I tend to sit down and do all the recordings in bulk when we get all of them. Oh. Well, this is certainly quite the view I am getting.